Hi, cutelets. So today we're going to talk about blood, and it's part one of a 3-lecture series on the cardiovascular system, the anatomy of the cardiovascular system. Today's focus on blood is pretty straightforward, which is a nice thing because you just had an exam if you are actually in my class. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about in blood land, in the bloody land of blood, we're going to talk about the functions. Like, what does it do? Why do we even have it? Why bother? Dude, the stuff is messy. So let's make a list of all the functions that blood has. Are you ready? After we talk about the functions of blood, then we will talk about how the structure of blood, what? Blood has a structure? How the structure of blood enables its function. Theme in anatomy. Get those gadgets out of my mug. All right. Function number one. Blood is like the transport system in your body. It's a fluid substance. It's a connective tissue that basically flows through your veins and carries stuff from one place to the other. So one of its primary functions is transport. What kinds of things are we transporting? Dude, push pause and make a list. Think of all the things that you can possibly think of that blood might transport through your system. And then now you're unpaused, and now I'm going to tell you the answer. Gases, and of course, I think gases is spelled with one S. Only one S in gases. I think that's how gases is spelled. Huh. We'll get rid of that extra S. What do you think? You got to transport gases. Who are my gases that we're transporting around? Oxygen. We need that for our energy, and carbon dioxide, which is a byproduct of getting energy out of our sugar. So we got to get rid of carbon dioxide, and we got to get oxygen there. Why we carry our gases around and why we need them? Physio. Probably already have lectures up about how oxygen and carbon dioxide are utilized. What else? Nutrients. Got to have some food. Wastes. You got to get rid of the poo-poo that every cell in your body produces. It really isn't poo-poo, but it's basically like poo-poo. You don't want to keep that stuff around. Let's get rid of that. So your blood will take care of moving all of these things around to the cells that need them. There's something else that gets transported in your blood, and it's really important, even though sometimes they're irritating. Hormones. Yeah. Hormones are chemicals that, by definition, are produced in an endocrine gland or a structure, and then they're dumped into the blood. And when they're dumped into the blood, now they're a hormone. It's a chemical that goes into the blood. It travels out into la-la land, and it's going to affect a cell. You wouldn't be here without blood. You wouldn't be here without your gases, but you really wouldn't be here without hormones either. Transport, that's pretty straightforward. Blood plays a key role in maintaining homeostasis. How does it do that? It's involved in maintaining body temperature, not booby temperature. No, this is what my small child does. He inverts his B's and his D's. No, that says body, really. It really does. Blood. This makes sense, right? Blood helps warm you up, and it helps cool you off. When you go out for your run and your face turns red, your face is turning red because your body is saying, whoa, temperature homeostasis going out of balance. Let's get rid of some of the heat being produced by all these mad muscles that are contracting so that you can go for your run. And so the blood actually comes to the surface of your skin so that it can come in contact with the cooler surrounding air, cool down, lose some of that heat to the environment, and then travel back in to not overheat your body. Same thing if you get cold. It's why your fingers get cold, because if if your core body temperature is a little bit chilly, your blood will suck into your core. You'll shut down circulation to your extremities because we'd rather keep our heart at the right temperature than your fingers. You lose a finger, yeah, stuff happens. You lose a heart, that's game over. Plays a role, obviously, in maintaining blood pressure. Who cares, right? If your blood pressure isn't maintained, then blood cannot be pumped through your body. And if blood cannot be pumped through your body, then all of these important transport jobs are, we can't carry them out. Blood is involved in maintaining pH homeostasis. In fact, you have to maintain the pH of the blood. And as you engage in gas exchange, you can maintain the pH of your body fluids. Those of you who have had me in Bio 1 know what happens when your proteins in your body are exposed to functified pH values. You turn to mashed potatoes, and you do not want your blood turning to mashed potatoes because does that flow very well? No. And then can it carry out these jobs? No, no, no. One more function. The blood. Thank you, blood. Blood cells protect you. They are your warriors. They're your fighters when the bacteria and the viruses and the fungi invade. Your blood cells go to war, and it's awesome. And we'll talk about that in physiology too. Good to know that it plays a role. All right. Maybe, yeah, we'll talk about a little more detail in a second. So these are the overall main functions. Now let's look at what's blood made of? What are the structures in blood that enable us to carry out these functions?